Hey guys, it's Gotham Royalty, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the latest superhero film, Logan. As many of you will probably know, it's Hugh Jackman's last film. Same with Patrick Stewart in the X-Men franchise, and it focuses on an older Wolverine post all the X-Men movies, and a less powered Wolverine, and they're kind of dealing with this not quite post-apocalyptic future, but certainly not far off the edge, and mutants are all gone until the new girl, Laura, comes into the picture and is a mutant much like Wolverine. This is going to be a spoiler-free review, and I'm just going to talk about what I thought about the film, and yeah, I guess we should just get into it. Overall, I think the film was great. Definitely my favourite X-Men movie so far. Really just amazing, and Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart, I've always loved them in these roles, but this really just added another sort of depth to the characters and how they deal with their power and stuff, especially Patrick Stewart in his role. The idea that this guy is like the most powerful person in the world and sort of the stuff he can do. It was really fun. I think my number one thing in this film was it was nice to see, especially as the last film, it was good to see some proper, like, just R-rated violence with Wolverine. I'm not sure if that was my number one thing. Obviously, I valued the story a lot more, which was absolutely brilliant, but I'm not going to get into that too much. But the action was fantastic. The choreography was incredible. I think something I was most impressed with was the fact that Daphne Keane, who plays Laura, did all her own stunts, all the flips and everything. It's all done by her, and it's really amazing. And actually, I think it adds quite a bit of authenticity to the scenes. The fact that it's her, and you can tell it's her. They don't have to do any sort of cuts with camera angles. It's just straight up her. Yeah, I mean, this film was really fun. I've always loved these characters. Personally, I've always been more of a fan of the MCU than the X-Men films, but I still think the X-Men films are all great, and really Hugh Jackman is the best part of that. Yeah, this film was just, it was really fun. I really like the idea, and you see it in the second trailer, that in this world, the X-Men have been sort of, they're in comic books. It's like they've been sort of this now public superheroes, and sort of pop culture has written comics about them and everything, and it's quite interesting, and Laura is a big fan of those comics, and Wolverine very much kind of rejects that. But yeah, no, it was just interesting to see sort of how sort of the X-Men aren't around anymore, and I won't get too much into that, but Wolverine and Professor X, it's kind of interesting seeing their sort of world just sort of in hiding, living on their own, trying to make a living, you know, just trying to get by. The film, yeah, it just played with some really interesting themes. And yeah, it was just a really fun film. Like I said, I really can't get into too much because this is going to be a spoiler-free review. I mean, you could tell a lot of the sets were practical, and I think that might be the fact that this did have a lower budget than the other X-Men films. But yeah, I mean, the last time we saw any X-Men film, last time we saw Hugh Jackman was in X-Men Apocalypse, which I wasn't a massive fan of. But this was absolutely the perfect send-off for Hugh Jackman. But yeah, there's really not much more I can say. I just wanted to get a review out because I thought this film was absolutely brilliant. Probably one of my favourite superhero films so far. Like, it was nice to see a grounded sort of human story, but with superhero touches. And I know the Marvel films and the MCU do try to do that. And I'm still a massive fan of the sort of superhero blockbuster, but it was nice to see this realistic, sort of dark-toned, brutal film with characters that I have always really enjoyed watching. And I'm really hoping that after seeing sort of Laura in this film, that perhaps we do get a spin-off film. Lastly, just to finish on this, I just do want to say there isn't an end credit scene. I waited. To my knowledge, there isn't one. So I don't want you guys to end up waiting just to be disappointed. But I think the way the film ends, and the way it, the whole film is kind of a send-off for Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman, and that whole tone, I was kind of glad. I liked it ending on that message of sort of that little send-off for the actors. And yeah, it's just a brilliant film, really. Hugh Jackman has been playing this role for 17 years now, which sounds really long, and it is really. Like, many people that don't have that realisation, but he's been playing this role for a very long time. And it was just the perfect send-off. Really great. Loved all the action. Brilliant story. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. And we're going to get a Dr. Fate video out soon for Injustice 2. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.